All right. So can you still see me? That's the question. No, because all you're getting is my, yeah, you should be able to see me. All right, forgive me. I wanted to be on time, so I was still playing with settings. We'll edit all this out in post, by the way. Yeah, you should be able to see me. All right, forgive me. I wanted to be on time, so I was still playing with settings. We'll edit all this out in post, by the way. Yeah, you should be able to see me. All right, well, screw it. We'll do it live. We'll go on to YouTube only. And from YouTube, we'll save and download our whatever you call it. Post, by the way. Yeah, you should be able to see. Looking for goats in the morning. All right, so I am today. What is the plan? What is the plan today? The plan is to create a music video for Rick Felan for his song "Looking for Goats." Now, Rick and I have been talking back and forth since. Goats in the morning. Okay, right, I'm going to turn that down. So I'm getting audio feedback on my end. So, hello, world. Create a music video. Rick Felan, who was in episode 8, he looking for goats. He, if you look on our page, let me pull up our YouTube page here. So, Rick was in a band called Monkey Love back in the day. So, hello, world. Wait for some people to show up into the chat. Hello, if you're watching, besides me. So in our videos here, we did an interview and released one with Rick from Hot Monkey Love or Hot Monkey Love Universe, depending on when and where he was at the time. And so I had a great conversation with him. Here's Rick. And so in our Rick had released 3 albums, all within a couple years. So the yellow album, the orange album, and the red album, which are hanging on his dojo's background. And so I had this conversation with Rick about, his lifetime making music. That's one of the things we like to do on the podcast is like, let's talk about where you were in life and how you've been making music and what are your great songs and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we got to talking about one of his songs, Looking for Goats, because right now he raises chickens and he raises goats. And it's fun to live on a farm in Texas. And so during this process of making videos, I came up with this image. Now, this image was just it's a ChatGPT 2-dimensional image of him playing guitar and him raising goats and chickens, and apparently raises turkeys too. But since he's living in Texas, I did an orange monkey, a yellow monkey, and a red monkey to represent his albums. But since he's down in Texas, it's like he's just down there raising goats and living on the farm and enjoying making music. But his producer is in the desert of California. And so what he'll do is he'll record his vocals and his guitar, and he'll send them off to the guy in California, who will add other parts, bass guitar, drums, and then they've basically made these 3 albums. So if you look on Rick's Spotify, I'm going to leave that up, actually. I'm going to go over to Spotify here. Is in the desert of California. And so what he'll do is he'll record his vocals and his guitar, and he'll send them off to the guy in California. So his yellow album has many songs on it, but his very first song, Looking for Goats here, was, it's pretty entertaining. Pretty hilarious. It's got some great lyrics. Let me see if I can get I can't stream the audio via Spotify on this end. But however, I can when I edit it using the editor. So I'll let you listen to it later. But anyway, so on his Yellow Daisies, Goats and Cars album, the very first song is Looking for Goats. Pretty hilarious. And I asked him for the lyrics because a lot of times artists will put their lyrics with their songs. And he didn't have it. So he emailed me the lyrics, and I should be able to pull that up here. So I'll let you listen to it later. But anyway, so on his Yellow Daisies, Goats and Cars album, the very first... let's see. Not documents. This will be under episodes, and it'll be under Hot Monkey Love. You can see my desktop, so if you want to hack me. So under looking for goats, let's see, did I get, these are the notes. I need to find the goats. Looking for goats lyrics. So here are the lyrics. Looking for goats on a Monday. Some of them jumping the fence. He sings it way better than I do. So basically, we took these lyrics for the song, and I put them into several different AI three-dimensional animation. So here are the lyrics. Looking for software programs, whatever you want to call them, the AI agents. And so over the last couple of weeks, we've played with multiple different AI agents, and we decided that Agent Opus was one of the best ones. So I went into Agent Opus, and I generated this based on this transcript. I basically copied and pasted the lyrics to the song, Looking for Goats in the Evening, some of them stuck on the fence. And then actually, that was a typo there. Same has saved me again. It's supposed to be some. So in Opus AI agent, we generated this three-dimensional rendering based on a Pixar style. And so this was basically what it came up with just this prompt. So we prompted the transcript using our lyrics, and since it's a very descriptive song, the lyrics came out basically like a story. So it generated a story with the goats and the fence, and I used that image, like I said, from Rick's thumbnail, which is actually a picture from his Facebook account, and it's him with this guitar playing to the animals, and uploaded that image, uploaded the lyrics, and I uploaded the WAV file of the music, which I had gotten from his Spotify account. And so this is what it generated. So here, this is the preview of what we're going to remake or complete today.
Some of them stuck in the fence, saying to save me again and again. So I'm looking for goats in the morning. The rooster is eating their food. I know that they're up to no good. They're laughing at me.
So anyway, you can see how cute it is at the end. I did a Pixar style animation, and of course, I think this is the best part with the monkeys jumping on the goats and riding them and over on the fence. And of course, in the background, you could see as it creates its own, what do you call it, world. It created these barns and all this stuff from its own thoughts. Well, it creates another windmill, another barn, another fence. So it's adding a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily want in the video, but it did it all on its own, and it was lovely. It was a great proof of concept. And so now we're going to play with, and this was my favorite part, when the rooster was eating the food. It's part of the lyrics, so it's great. So let's start from scratch, and I'm going to make this video a how-to make an AI animation video, but I'm going to appreciate the fact that we're doing it live. So I hope that you can understand that if we're doing this live, that maybe in the you'll give me some grace, because it's obviously only the second time we've ever gone live, and the first time we had a lot of technical issues, but this is a new thing for us. So let's go back to the beginning here. I'll go to the homepage. Oh, and by the way, we did sign up for their service. We had to pay for it. It was like $300 and some bucks for the overall package was billed annually $174 because we have 50% off coupon. And let's see, we bought the 3,600 credits, which is supposed to give us in a year. This is an AI thing. AI bases their pricing nowadays on computing power. And so they're dividing these up into tokens or credits depending on which service you use. And Opus is actually chosen to use a credit system where 3,600 credits is equal to about 120 videos, which over the course of a year is about 10 videos a month, and 10 videos a month of about 30 seconds each. So we're going to kind of blow the budget today and do a 1 3-minute video, because if I play Rick's song here, let me see how long his actual song is, and that'll be how much compute power we end up using. And so you got to make sure that you're within budget. Well, we were just playing around with 1 3-minute video, playing around with Rick's song here. Okay, so the WAV file. Yeah, so his song is actually 3 minutes and 27 seconds long. So we'll need to use basically seven of these 120 30-second videos. We'll need seven of them. So we're going to blow 7 of them on one video. So the minimum pricing for this, obviously we tried it originally. We used less than 60 credits. I think that was actually in our project for that first trial video. Let me see, how did we spend 7 of them? So we're going to budget. Oops. One video. So the minimum pricing for this, obviously we tried it originally. We used less than 60 credits. Let's see if trial credits, we added those a couple days ago. I think we added 90. I forget how many we used. Oh, so we used 70 of the 90. And so I'm not exactly sure how much it's going to cost us today, but we bought enough that we should be able to get through it. So let's just jump right into the project. So let's start a new project rather than this old one. So trial credits, go back to the beginning. And we're going to create a audio to video, script to video, audio to video. Okay. So we're going to upload the audio file. Looking for goats. We're going to add some assets, which are a character, and the character is actually going to be the rendering that we did there. So that's our character. And let's see, we're going to add an object. No, we're not going to add anything else. We're going to which are oops, the audio. Did we add the audio properly? Oh, I didn't finish uploading the audio. So looking for goats wave that we did there. So that's our character. And get rid of this one. It looks like it added 2 of those. We're going to add an object. No, we're not going to add anything else. Oh, actually, this is going to be the style. So the style is going to be based on this this image. Again, forgive me, this is basically the first time that we've done this, and I'm doing it live. Oh, actually, this is going to be the style. So the style is going to be based. Now, this may or may not change in terms of what the style it chooses. We may just choose like a Pixar style. And I think that was back there under the thumbnails at the very beginning there. And I'm doing it live. Now, this may or may not change in terms of what the style it chooses. We may just choose like a Pixar style. And I think that was back there under the thumbnails at the very beginning there. Doing it live. Now, this may or may not change in terms of what the Waiting. So, yeah. Oh, compute power also is probably swamped over the weekends. Who knows exactly? Waiting. So, yeah. Oh, compute power also is probably swamped over the weekends. Who knows exactly? So rather than cancel this, so I just shared on my Facebook page and also the Orange County or the OC Music Podcast Facebook page to invite some people to come over. So if I miss you in the chat, just say hello, and I'll get to the chat. It's in a different window here. So it's trying to stylize it using a vibrant storybook aesthetic with smooth, expressive characters. So I'm not going to go with that style. I'm going to cancel this and actually go back with an animation style. So I'm choosing an animation style, and the audio, I'm still confused as to why the audio isn't necessarily. This is for the voiceover, so I'm not even going to have an audio voiceover. So let me get these uploaded. Oh, by the way, we also want it to be a 9:16 vertical video. So I'm uploading the asset with the image, and I'm choosing the style of the animation. So enter your prompt or upload an audio file. Okay, so that's what I was going to say. So where is the audio to video? So let's upload an audio file. Grab the Looking for Goats wave. Oh, file size exceeds 20 megabytes. Okay, I didn't even see that little error message at the top there. So let me go convert down the audio file. I'll do that on the other page here. I might need to use Audacity to shrink the size of my wave file. Oh, let's try ChatGPT. So let's upload it to ChatGPT. I'll do the full Looking for Goats wave, and I'll say lower the file size of this audio to less than 20 megabytes. And let's see what it does with that wave file. So let's upload it to ChatGPT. Let's see what ChatGPT says. How it will lower the file size. Lower the file size of this audio. I compressed your audio. Oh, it made it into an MP3. So the new file size. So let's download the audio. And actually, I've had some interesting errors on ChatGPT lately where it won't actually let me download the direct file. So here's what I need to do. I say, add this file to a compressed audio. Oh, it made it into an MP3. So the new file size. Zip file. And actually, I've had some interesting errors on ChatGPT. And so what it does is now it'll say your compressed file, and then I can now download the zip file, which is wild because now it actually lets me download it, which I was having an error. So I think that's a ChatGPT thing. So what I'm going to do, instead of using the ChatGPT version, I'm going to open up Audacity, and I'm going to open up the WAV file using Audacity, libraries, documents. Oh boy, so now you get to see my whole desktop. I don't know if I want that out there. So what I'm going to do, instead of using the ChatGPT version, I'm going to open up Audacity, and I'm going to open up the WAV file using Audacity, libraries, documents. Oh boy, so now you get to see my whole desktop. I don't know if I want that out there. Podcast. I'm looking for the file over here on, let's see, episodes. Hot Monkey Love. Rick. Where's the Looking for Goats wave? There it is. So I'm opening it up. So I've opened the WAV file here using Audacity. Now I'm going to export. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to export the project as an MP3 file. So I can actually do that myself. Looking for Goats MP3. I'm going to use the. Let's choose Extreme. See if that quality works fine. And so rock and roll, looking for Daisies. So now let's see what the file size is on. I can actually do that. Looking for Goats MP3. I'm going to use the. Only 3 megabytes. So go back here to our Opus, and let's add the audio upload from our downloads folder. Looking for Goats MP3. So now it uploaded the whole file. So I've got my actor I've got my audio file, I've got my style chosen. So it's now 240 seconds, which I said was just over 3 minutes. And add the audio upload. It's creating a transcript. MP3. So now it uploaded the whole file. So I've got my actor, I've got my audio file, I've got my style. Okay, so it did a transcript of the audio file for me, but this is where I'm going to change it before I allow this to happen. And let's see here. It's creating a transcript. Let's go get the lyrics sheet. So I'm going to go open up the Rick. This is where I'm going to change it before I allow this to happen. Looking for Goat's lyrics. Copy these into memory. Let's see, looking for goats. Okay, so the transcript, I'm going to, can I edit the transcript? Why is it not letting me edit the transcript? Open up the Rick, I should be able to edit it. Is this the edit key? Text. No. Why would it let me do that? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Let's see if I want to, this is the drawing tools, not the editing tools. So let's go back to where it was before. Remember, I'm doing it live. So close out this, close out this. So the transcript, where is the transcript? Add script to video. There we go. Assets, logo, object. So it's not an object. It's not a character. It's not a logo. Describe your audio. So here's what I can do. I'll just describe it with the lyrics. It's looking for goats on a Monday. Okay, so I'm just going to upload that and see what it comes up with. Working on a script for me. So preview of the script. See if it's funny. I confirmed this. It cost me 90 credits. Let's see. Preview edit of the script. So let's go back to the original one that I created and take a look at what did it do for me. It said looking for goats in the evening, some of them stuck in, so I'm looking for goats in the morning. So it was basically the lyrics to the song, the original transcript. So I guess I'm okay with this version of the transcript. So let's go back to our new video, our new project. Where's our projects? So I'm looking for goats in the morning. So it was basically. Do I have to start over? This is so dumb. Where are my draft projects? Let's start again. Draft animation. We'll use the assets. We'll add the character. Where's our projects? Oh, inside that, you could see under my photos, that's the original photo that I used for Rick here. And this is the animation that ChatGPT did originally. So it started off with this leather coat and hat, and he's got a little growth for his beard, and it converted him into that character, which Rick ended up liking. So now if I add, let's see, I'm going to add the object is going to be the lyrics, maybe? No, I don't need an object, right? What do? I add the character. Oh, and I need to also add other assets. So I'm going to add the audio file, which Rick ended up liking. Which is the looking for goats MP3 now. Yeah, I'm going to add the object is going to be the lyrics, maybe. And then now I'm going to script to video. Character. Oh, and I need to also add other assets. This is where I put the lyrics in there. So I type it all in. Which is now it's going to generate a transcript. So let's see if it uses the text that I gave it, the animation style, and Rick's image. So I type it all in. Well, the good news is nobody's watching this. Okay, so looking for goats on a Monday. Some of them jump at the fence. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see now it wants me to confirm this with 210. Okay. So we were just spending 210 credits to confirm this. And now it's processing the video. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to edit. But like, for instance, okay, so looking for goats on a Monday. This is going to generate the entire video for me. So I'm really not doing anything to edit it, and we'll see how the editing power comes later on once it's created. So it's using the lyrics to the song to generate the video, which is very descriptive, very repetitive. But when it says that you're looking, now it says we're looking for ghosts. I don't know where it's getting these extra words from. This might be fun to edit out. So it's using the lyrics to the song to generate the video, which is very descriptive, very repetitive. But so I don't understand. Looking for goats on a Monday. That's this part. Some of them jumping the fence. This might be fun to edit out. Goats on a Tuesday. Yeah, and it thinks it says looking for ghosts. I wonder if it's still using the MP3 file to actually get these lyrics from, rather than now it's saying coats, not goats. It's so weird. So many little artifacts and crazy remnant products, or whatever you want to call it, remnant. Get these lyrics from. So while this is doing the voiceover, I guess I can talk about the overall thing. Like Alex and I yesterday, I talked about the podcast. Alex and I yesterday got together here and recorded an episode, which we were calling like a checkpoint or a check-in. And, I love when Alex and I don't have a plan because nothing comes together. And so when he showed up at the house, we said, well, what do you want to talk about on the podcast today? Because we were definitely going to be recording something. And of course, I'm in a very retrospective mood. Obviously, lately, this whole entire podcast has been retrospective on what was life like back in the 90s and when you believed in these bands and when you believed in this music. Where did you take it? Where did you go with it? And logically speaking, when we created this podcast, I guess it was a thought that said, okay, well, we're going to go meet some new people. We're going to create an audience for our future opening of this venue, and we're going to have an online audience for our conversations, but also for the music and for the things that we share. And one of the things that obviously I'm sharing today is by doing this live is one of the musicians that I'm a huge fan of, this Rick Felan. And one of the songs that I really like was this Looking for Goats song, but also I liked some of his other music over the years. And he has so much content. He's wanting to do 3 videos. There's 2 other videos that he's talking about doing for supporting these other songs, these albums on his Spotify. So if you go to his Spotify and you check out Rick Felan, you could see that he's got all his music is up there. The Ancient Orange album, the Yellow Car, the Daisies, Goats, and Cars, as well as Red Hot Monkey Love. Like, he's had this in his head for 30 years. So when he talks about, I want to make a music video for that one song that's on the Mist, I think was one of the songs, and the Blue something. He just sent me lyrics for Hopefully Blue. And so this Hopefully Blue song, which I really can't play for you now, that's going to be our next video. So once we get this video done, we're going to do that. Well, so going back to why Alex, and you can obviously see that my brain's a little scattered today, is that Alex and I are saying, well, what are we doing with the podcast? Where are we going with it? What are our conversations like? What are we planning to do in the future for the podcast? And are we going to have artists on? Are we going to invite them to come over and do basically like living room concerts? All those options are on the table. And when we did our retrospective conversation on where were we at for the last month and a half, it's amazing that over the course of 6 weeks, we've talked to Bill Holmes, who introduced us or reconnected us with Todd McKenzie. We did a podcast independently with Bill. We did a podcast mutually with Todd, discussing Mark Rhodes and the passing of Mark Rhodes from the band Awake. When I talked to Bill, he's currently a drummer, used to be a drummer for Her Own Hands and used to be a drummer for Channel, which Todd McKenzie and Bill and Mark Rhodes were all part of. They were in the band Channel together. Well, Bill says, well, I'm playing for Ashley Felton. Well, we just did an episode with Ashley Felton from Lake Havasu, which, by the way, we think was our best podcast yet. It was great interview, compelling content. We really got to the point. And then at the end, they played 2 wonderful songs, which was great for us to just let them go. And so Bill, playing his shaker, and the guitar player, Dean, played with Ashley Felton live over the Zoom call. And, even though it was through a tiny microphone from her cell phone, it actually sounded pretty good. But we're talking about doing a full living room concert, with actual microphones, with actual high-def cameras, with multiple people spread out, where we can actually play a live concert. Zoom call. And why not do it in someone's living room, which is a lot easier or cheaper than renting a studio or renting a stage. And so when we go back over again, like all the people we've met, Stacy from Misfit Toys, and we've talked to Rick from Hot Monkey Love, and all the guys from Bread Circus, which Alex grew up with and played with over the years. We're now thinking, gosh, we've met and talked to a lot of musicians, and that doesn't even include the new ones we met, more from Goosetown and some of those bands that we met out there at Strum Brewing. So we have this whole entire podcast coming up, which will be Alex and I discussing, where we're at and where we're headed. And we're feeling pretty good about things. And also now I'm kind of doing another style of video where I came up with some new graphics for our, oops, that is not me. So we have this whole entire podcast coming up, which will be Alex and I discussing that and where we're headed. View our channel and go to these shorts. So I just did I released a couple of these short videos. This is where the majority of our viewers are coming from. So Alex and I, we very, very short introduction where we get like a 5-second music clip, but you can see I added some new graphics to it. And Alex and I having a conversation about the website will be coming up, or about the podcast, but adding some new music, or adding some new graphics, and changing up the thumbnails, playing with the walking away from the Star Wars theme for our thumbnails and moving towards either Star Trek or others. We've had fun with what we've done so far. We've had a blast creating all these images. I know I have, and thanks to ChatGPT, we really did a lot of creative and fun art to go with our words. But you can tell how time-consuming some of these videos can be, because if I'm creating an image, it's one thing. This is a full-blown animation, and I'm hoping that this animation comes out good. But when I think about the thumbnails and gathering photographs and doing caricatures and using Suno, I haven't even gone into what I do with Suno. But under Suno.com, this is a AI music generation website that I use. And I've created in our, let's go to our library here. I've created hundreds and hundreds of songs over the course of this podcast already, including our brand new 5-second, 6-second intro.
A clip from the OC Music Podcast.
So that's for a clip.
A clip from...
There's a second version.
From the OC Music Podcast.
So we're shortening our intros because having these 15, 20-second long intros, by the time people listen to the intro, they're swiping away. So we're going to try to keep it a little more compact, and with today's society, we got places to be, things to do. So if it's going to be already a 3-minute short, now it's going to be a 3-minute short with a 5-second intro. And rather than do these long, drawn-out intros, this is part of our new animation intros. These are so great. I love this. But I'm doing these weekly news shorts, which include shows that are in our neighborhoods or what's going on around Southern California. And so
Selected shows for this weekend.
This is the latest short that I did, which I love, the brand new animations, which I took the 2D animations and told Agent Opus or whatever rendering software I chose, make these into animations. And it did. But look at these wonderful additions.
From the OC Music Podcast, selected shows for this weekend. The Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival 2026. Weekend 2 starts Friday with headliner Sabrina Carpenter. Justin Bieber returns on Saturday, and Karol G closes out the festival on Sunday. If you can't attend, you can stream it all on YouTube. Friday night in Anaheim, the Orange County Youth Symphony String Ensemble are at Star Wars Night in Angel Stadium as the Anaheim Angels of Orange County take on the San Diego Padres. Also Friday, reggae star J Boog is at the House of Blues. That's all for this week. Please check out the OC.
So you can see how I'm having fun with picking different performers or different venues, and Coachella obviously being the huge Southern California thing that's going on now. And weekend 2 is basically the same as weekend 1. And I was able to clip out parts from weekend 1 in order to promote weekend 2. So the actual Justin Bieber show, the actual Karol G show. And then I'm like, well, what else is going on in Orange County? And that's where I looked up the Orange County, what was it? The Orange County Youth Symphony on Friday did a fundraiser, and they went out to the baseball game. So obviously me being an Angels fan, and I think you can see over here, I don't have my live camera. I'm a big Angels fan. I have been for most of my entire life. And but the Orange County Youth Symphony was doing a fundraiser and a ball game. So I'm like, oh, let's put that out there. So I just basically chose that. And then of course the House of Blues, this J Boog. When I did an analysis of all the performers that were playing in Orange County or Southern California, who had the most followers on social media, J Boog has over 1 million, like 1.3 million followers. And he's a reggae singer. And he did a concert Friday night at the House of Blues. So I promoted that one. Not that he needed my help. But then obviously these shorts are where we're finding most of our audience. So obviously over here on the live, I'm looking and it's like, well, there's only 2 people seeing. Has over 1 million, like 1.3 million followers. He's a radio singer. And he did a concert at the House of Blues. So I promoted that one. Wow. Blew my brains out on that one. But then obviously these, so seeing, we're finding most of our audience. Finding our audience through the YouTube Shorts versus trying to get my friends and family over on Facebook to come join. It's depending on the day, depending on the time, depending on what we're doing. You know, our audience could be, hundreds or up to 1,000. I mean, some of our videos, and I don't mind showing that to you here. But our analytics for the first month, I wonder why it's asking me Facebook to come join to log in. Like it's depending on what we're doing. Our audience could be, hundreds. Oh, it's going into the Google account, not the YouTube account. That's probably why. So when I go to view my channel and I go to manage my videos here, but our analytics. This is where we can go into our analytics and display videos and stuff that I've got out there. And so a lot of people don't share their analytics. I don't mind doing this, but we've gotten 2,500 different views over the course of the last 28 days. We've only got 44 subscribers. Of course, we're looking to increase that. So if you see this video, please subscribe to the channel. But most of our videos, and we've done 76 hours worth of content. We get these little spikes because I'll release a short video, and under the content, like our shorts, depending on what day I'm releasing the music video, I might get 500 views on a short, or I might get 37 views. Like one of the videos I did for Ashley got 560 views. And then previously, like this Artist Spotlight one got 1,700 views. So we're getting out there, but depending on the time of day, depending on the time of week when we release these videos, we're not exactly sure who's seeing them or why does the algorithm pick it up or not. So again, who knows why anybody does anything anymore? Most of what we do on social media is doom scrolling. And so we're doom scrolling. Oh, we see something we like, we might stop and pay attention. It's about grabbing that attention quicker now, and the average view time on our short videos are only 11 seconds. So why would you have a 90-second video and only provide 11 seconds worth of content? Well, that's where you've got to be compelling quicker, and you've got to have something funny. And one of the side notes on this Goats podcast was people love goat videos. That's one of my favorite things to watch. And so when I told him, wouldn't it be great if we had a music video but also had cute little goats in it? Maybe that somehow will connect with society, and they'll find his music this way. So this is taking a long time, but this, again, it's more than a 3-minute video. It takes a little while to process. We're getting close to having the animation done, but again, we're relying on AI to generate this entire video. I'm not editing it. I'm saying, here's my idea, here's the lyrics, go for it. And so depending on what comes back, I won't exactly know if I'm going to be able to edit the scenes. Originally, I did the animation done, but I'll show you my ChatGPT prompts here, where I asked ChatGPT originally to give me prompts again for, at the time we were going to use Runway AI for the Looking for Goats video. So I asked ChatGPT to create some prompts for me, and it created these scenes, and it created up to an animation for up to 8 scenes, I guess 9 scenes with the ending here. And it would describe each one of the scenes as saying, well, this is a wide cinematic establishing shot of a peaceful farm at sunrise with a red barn with a windmill slowly spinning, the Texas flag waving in the distance, animals waking up, warm golden morning light, a slow dolly camera move forward. Well, this is a 5-second scene, which was meant to open the video. Well, then we came up with scene number 2, and it says, well, how about a medium shot with a man playing acoustic guitar and singing on a farm? Well, prompt 3 was a comedic scene of goats climbing up the tree like squirrels. Like, ChatGPT took the text that I uploaded, the plot to, or what do you call it, the lyrics to the song, and I got to playing with it. And I'm scrolling back, sorry for this. So here's what I started with to ask ChatGPT to help. Obviously, I said, is Agent Opus the best animation AI to use? The short answer is no. Agent Opus isn't the best AI to use. And so their opinion, ChatGPT's opinion, was what Agent Opus actually does well is turn your podcast, blogs, or scripts into finished videos. It auto-generates the script, creates the video, visuals, uses stock footage, captions, etc. And then it's optimized for TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. And I go, okay, well, this is ultimately going to be a short. And I was originally just trying to do a short clip. Well, then anyway, and then it says, here's where its negatives or positives are. Here's where its negative are. And so if you want to create fast social clips for podcasts and interviews, you want to use this AI. So I said, okay. And then I said, give me some other ones. The better case are Runway or Pica or Sora. And so I switched over to Runway AI. And that's where I said, well, okay, if I'm going to do Runway AI, then I'm going to need to create a workflow, basically a podcast or an AI video script. So I said, or it said, if you want to do a full AI workflow for your podcast, so everything was together, I do it in one tool. So I uploaded the image, uploaded the WAV file, uploaded the text. I said, using the attached song, lyrics, and image, help me create an animation script for use on the top AI animation services. So it came back with the Looking for Goats script. It analyzed the lyric, a slow pan, the barn, the Texas flag, animals waking up, etc. And the reason why it said Texas was I had put that into this image earlier when I created the 2-dimensional AI image for the video. So that's where it was getting the Texas flag. That's where it's getting the barn. That's where it's getting the windmill. Obviously, it's music, and it's a guy holding a guitar. So it analyzed all those scenes, and it said farm, barn, windmill, Texas flag. Comes back with scene 2, a singer strumming his guitar, goats jumping over fences based on the lyrics. Some of them climbing the trees. So now it's saying, okay, well, the visual is going to be goats climbing the trees like squirrels. The singer looks confused, the close-up reaction shot. So ChatGPT with the one prompt basically saying, here's the image, here's the music, here's the lyrics. It comes back with this script, which I found unbelievably helpful. So it said, here's how you do it in Runway, Pica, or Sora. It says here, if you're going to go over there, cut the lyric into beats or whatever that would be, like the 5-second clips. You start with the reference image, you add a style image. And so as I got further down into the process, I said, well, give me these 5-second prompts or these short scenes. So this is the intro, 8 seconds. This is the other one, 12 seconds. This one's going to be another 12 seconds. And then later on, it says, well, here's what you would do it in Runway. If you have the pro level, you use the reference image for the character and style. So you upload your original image, blah, 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 blah. So after having a little conversation with ChatGPT, I went over to Agent Opus and Runway and some of the other AI softwares and said, well, give me an example of what you can do. Show me what you're capable of. And of the 3 or 4 that I actually created or rendered or generated, under my shorts here, I've got a couple of videos that, of course, are unlisted. This was one of the original videos that I created using Opus, and I'm not sure if this is the Opus one. Yeah, this is the Opus one.
Looking for ghosts in the evening. Some of them stuff.
Which I showed you earlier. And then there's also the one of the original, the other one that I did using Runway AI. So this one is the 30-second version using Runway. The Opus one.
Some of them jump in the fence. Some of the neighbors again, they're laughing at me. Looking for goats on a Tuesday. Some of them climb in the trees. Some of them do what they please, just laughing at me.
So Runway, you can see there are some weird artifacts that show up, but also overall it does a very good job. You know, it created a character based on Rick. It's a little more cartoony than the original one. The goats are wonderful in this one. The sunset's beautiful.
Some of them jump in the fence. Some of
And it stuck with the lyrics pretty well.
them again.
And so the goats and the sheep messing with each other. I thought this was the best one.
Looking for goats on a Tuesday.
But here's some more remnants, like the back of the guitar isn't supposed to have these frets and strings, but you can see these if you're looking for details. And the AI is still kind of in its infancy, and it still makes these weird mistakes. But it's also good about correcting them too. So, like for instance, his 6 strings. Let's count how many strings he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strings. Is it a 7 string? And are the frets in the right place? It's an animation. There's some creative.
Some of them do what they please.
But it's also and good about his neighbor also plays guitar, which is weird. But it added this character as the neighbor.
Just laughing at me.
And the goat's doing parkour at the end of the best part of this whole thing. Look at the goat climbing the parkour. Woohoo! So that was using Runway. So between the one I created on Runway and the other one that we created using Agent Opus, it was hilarious to me because goats doing parkour. It seemed so simple, like just literally uploading it and allowing the website to run with the idea. And I was astonished at how quickly and also how pretty accurate it was, or accurate meaning based on the storyline. It's hilarious to me because it seemed so simple, like just literally uploading. All right, well, sit around and wait, huh? Try to make ourselves busy. So tell you what, since we only got a couple, and hello to somebody else who's watching us live. We're rendering a video for Rick Felan's song "Looking for Goats," and I was showing some samples of versions that I had done earlier, and we're basically recreating the short version that I did of "Looking for Goats." This is the original. So this version was Agent Opus, and we finally purchased the full version of Agent Opus, or Opus, and we're using their AI agent in order to render a video. And we're waiting for AI to finish rendering it, and based on the script of the video is basically our lyrics. So this version, as we're waiting for AI to render, this has probably been a 20, 30 minute process. It's creating over a 3-minute long music video that hopefully once this thing renders, we'll be able to go back in and edit some of the clips. But I'm excited to know, based on the lyrics of the song, what does it come up with? What does it come up with for the video? So this will be something that Rick will be able to share. And of course, the OC Music Podcast will share it first. And then we're still getting Rick's new social medias up and running. He has stuff that he's got from 20 years ago, but we're going to update his social media presence. We're going to get him onto Instagram. We're going to get him a new YouTube page, and we're going to make sure that he gets back on Facebook first, and then because he's got a ton of people that follow him on Facebook. Well, 200 and some people, but 200 and some people on Facebook is not nothing. So yeah, the Rick Felan music page has not been updated in several years, since COVID basically. And Rick as a musician is just wonderful. I think he's got great songs. He's got videos of him from way back in the day. This is 2019. This is back when he moved to Texas. There's his little pumpkin patch. And of course, he's had these monkeys in his universe for 30 years. And so Rick's a very creative guy, a very creative artist. And over the years, he's created a lot of things. And not a whole bunch of people have seen him. And that's what stinks about our world of like artists that have no audiences. But this is a music video that he had done for his electrical cars. And this was more like an animation concept. Well, in 2018, this video was out there based on an actual animator creating a electric car for him with animated monkeys, and each one of these renders for each one of these monkeys. This was done 7 years ago. Now you can see under his I mean, what I was able to do with ChatGPT in a matter of minutes is what I find so fascinating. It's like how far we've come and how quickly we've come. Let's go to his video again. And at the very beginning of Rick's video, I put in this little animation. And I rendered this based on that photograph that we saw on his Facebook page. And I said, add some colored monkeys and make them orange, yellow, and red to match his album. He's raising chickens and goats, so put those out there. And so the idea that I created this in ChatGPT in a matter of seconds, and then went over there and made that animation in a matter of minutes of animated monkeys. It was like so incredibly awesome. I think it's fascinating. I think it's awesome that in the course of 5 or 6 years, we've gone from, having zero ability to render 3D animations like this without massive manpower, massive amount of cash, artists that are generating each individual frame or using 3D animated software. Now, all that software is able to create an image like this in just a matter of seconds, it's still fascinating to me. So let me, now it's finished the render. Let's see what it created. So I guess this will be the first rough cut debut of Rick's video looking for goats. So let's see what the computer came up with and then see how we can edit it from here. Now, I'm curious as to what the slow motion thing is all about. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I'm going to close some windows and make sure everything is, make sure it's not my computer. That's sometimes a remnant if you got too many things open at once. Let me close out a few things on this screen. So we'll, again, go. I don't like that it looks like it's in slow motion.
I'm looking for goats on a Monday. Some of them jump in the fence. Some at the neighbors
Okay, there we go.
again, laughing at me. I'm looking for goats on a Tuesday. Some of them climbing the trees. Some of
Literally.
them, they please, just laughing at me. So I'm looking for goats on a Wednesday. Saying we just want to eat. Goats, they're nothing like sheep. They do what they please.
Very colorful.
I'm looking for goats, baby goats. 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 I'm looking for goats in the evening. Some of them stuck in the fence, saying to save me
Where does that
again
go?
and again.
He's literally stuck in the fence. He's in the fence.
The rooster is eating the food. I know that they're up to no good.
Magic guitar.
Me.
Well, there's the rooster eating the food.
I'm looking for goats, baby goats. I'm looking for goats, baby goats.
Whoa.
I'm looking for goats, baby goats. 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 And the oh so bad, the oh so bad, the oh so bad, oh the oh so bad. I'm looking for bad, baby goats. I'm looking for goats, baby goats.
I'd say not bad for a very first render. So I'm gonna give it a 3. I give it a 3 out of 5. So disappearing elements, goats. I'd say not bad for a very first render. Goats visual 3. I give it a with fence was strange. I don't know. It was elements. I guess I'm just giving it feedback here. I'm not exactly sure. So, which part of the experience was the most valuable to you? Quick speed with fence. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how I can edit this, and so rather than keep the live stream going and look at my learning curve, a lot of times, I should be able to go in here and, go to that one scene and say, well, let me edit this one scene here, and fix that goat. Like, obviously, I don't know why it did this little duplicate split string. Maybe that's a style choice. But I should be able to say, let me edit this scene and tell it, that this is a little funky. And where did his hat go? Shouldn't he be wearing a hat? And why did he lose his hat? Because he's going to have to be looking for hats after all this. So I'm not exactly sure what can I do to. I should be able to say, let me edit this scene to edit this. So I'm going to go play with that offline, and I'm going to stop the stream for now and get my head together, and maybe I'll come back here later tonight and show you where I'm at. But also, this is the first render, so I'm going to share this with Rick and see what his comments are, and we'll get back to the live stream another time. So thank you for joining me today. If you saw this, great, wonderful. Please like and subscribe to the podcast, and if not, we'll catch you another day. and provide some more great, wonderful content. So, again, thanks for joining us, and I'm going to stop the stream. We'll catch up later. We'll get back to the live stream.